My dearest friend, my boyfriend and I philosophize, puzzle, introspect and conversation for hours a day. During that time we come to new conclusions, form new beliefs and to seek new horizons. Yet, co-medically we recognize that though we have come to wholly understand or know each other to the core of our being, this, I think, applies to all people and all beings who have roamed the earth. We have each had a plethora of both minute and massive experiences that have been collectively building our understanding of reality since the moment we were birthed into this earth. The many complex and interwoven bits of reality have come to form our overarching sense of what it is like to be alive. Sometimes we are barred from completely communicating with each other because of the number of unique encounters and experiences and the many things that only we have on our individual journeys. At some point we come to realize that we can't even get close to summing up the entirety of our experiences on how we came to our own individual ways of being or how we have come to our own conclusions about life and truth. Therefore, these differences may disallow us from coming to agreements with unique others, especially when deciding how to perceive or navigate a decision. In these cases, we are often unable to convey our complex backstories and how they have woven together to make up who we have become and how we therefore would uniquely respond. This also means that though it feels good to find small ways to relate and feel understood by one another, often it seems we are totally on our own when it comes to making sense of life. We are each uniquely qualified to interpret the experiences we have already had or the ones that are yet to come for ourselves. Yet, sometimes we find that we have inadequate words and sometimes we stumble or mess up when trying to explain or justify how our experiences have assimilated to shape our very being. Even as we advance in our abilities to communicate and express ourselves, we are still individuals on how we feel about everything. We still depend in part on mutually understanding the basic things like word meanings or the concept of language in general. Sometimes when we realize we are quite alone in our own perspectives and interpretations, it can feel scary to bear having to live through wholly and deeply reliant on the lens of our own individual perspectives. Yet there is also a touch of pure magic involved in knowing we are so very different too. When we come to realize the power of our own truths, though, we grant ourselves the right to learn to trust and follow our own sense of knowing and to let our intuition carry us where we need to be, even if it is very different from the path others are taking. When we start to know we are all on individual journeys, it also lends us the opportunity to help each other to feel less fearful along the path. We can find ways to find comfort for ourselves and find ways to comfort each other, because though we are different, we sometimes live through similar circumstances and we can often relate to one and lift one another. We can also work to soothe and reassure each other that none of us are in this alone. We are all dwelling in the vast unknown and none of us know what to expect next. We can derive comfort in knowing that none of us are guaranteed certainty about the purpose of this life. We can all agree that the meaning we form for ourselves are often discovered along the way, like lessons of faith we begin to embody or the messages of truth we encounter along the way. Finally, we all know that our current form will someday end and that we are all in the same boat, and no matter who we are, plant, animal or person, we will one day all die. These mutually inherent truths help us to hold one another in greater empathy and compassion as we strive to honor the unknown that resides in each of us, that is revealed as we each walk our own unique life dreams.